Oh, well, Gio was, I mean, he was very sharp. I mean, you would know that he had missed 2 weeks. And like I said earlier in the interview, the pitch with his mind earlier. And so you could tell he was very calm. He didn't have many base runners. He had outstanding changeup, pretty good curveball, when needed. And he had good location on his fastball. And so, I mean, he was very good tonight.
He laid down a sack bunt. He got ahead. He was sprinting over to cover first, even on the first.
Well, and he went first to third, too.
Yeah.
And that kind of tricked Michael because it looked like the guy was going to throw to third, and then he turned around. He threw off balance to second. And so, he was a complete player tonight. I'm sure we'll probably hear about it tomorrow. And, that was a very good game for Gio.
Just the bullpen was able to get out of that jam in the 8th. Started with Perez and then there.
Well, I mean, this is why you like that sinker baller on your staff, because they can throw, that double play ground ball, and you can get out of trouble anytime you can throw one pitch and get 2 outs and get out of trouble. I mean, that's a very, very valuable man. Now he's definitely, you can quote this, he's definitely off, tomorrow, because he went 3 days in a row. We were trying to stay away from that, but he'd gone 3 days in a row, but he only threw like 14 pitches, I think, in those 2 days. So I'll tell you, he's becoming a man.
Bryce is a guy who usually isn't afraid to work the count, get into the situation he wants. In that spot, just a case of seeing the right pitch, or was there actually a temper?
No. I mean, usually the best pitch to hit, with runners on base or in scoring position, is usually the first pitch. And I was always taught that by Jim Gilliam and some quality hitters like Tony Perez and these guys, they said that first pitch is usually the best pitch, because then the pitcher's going to try to get ahead of you, and then he's going to work on you. And there's only 2 things they can do to you. They can either get ahead of you and then work on you, or they can run from you, and if you don't chase them, then run at you. In that situation, he didn't want to get behind. He got the pitch up some, young man had a pretty good, like I said, you keep hearing me say about a good idea. He has a good idea what he's looking for and what to hit.
How about Stephen Drew starting to come on?
Yeah, I mean, that was great. I mean, that was his first hit as a national. And I had told him before the game he's playing tomorrow. Rendon's, getting the day off. And so I hope he can, come through tomorrow as well as he did today. So that's the importance of the bench I always talk about. And, Lobaton called a great game. He almost called a shutout. And so, we played very well. We were aggressive. We got burned a couple times. And then I think that hit and run the 7th, that was my mistake, because I inadvertently touched the wrong, part of my body. And, that won't happen too often. And I'm not going to tell you where I touched, but I was probably as surprised as you guys were.
Who was more pumped up after that double, you or Bryce?
Well, I was. Were we? No. I'm sure my mom was going to be on the phone. I'm not kidding. She'll call me as soon as I get in the car. Like that commercial on TV where the mother calls and that guy's, that's my mom. Yeah.